It's been a while since we've been in John's Gospel. Let's go there today, towards the end, chapter 21 and verse 15, for our question, where Jesus asked, "Do you truly love me more than these?" Now, Jesus posed this question to Peter 3 times after Peter had denied the Lord 3 times, because Jesus knew that Peter had to face his failure in order to move on. Now, once Peter affirmed his love for Jesus, Jesus reiterated Peter's mission by telling him to go and feed my lambs. Now, are you grappling with some kind of failure in your past, in your life? The way forward isn't to ignore it. Instead, you must face it for what it is, learn from it, and then refocus on fulfilling your purpose from that point forward, acknowledging God's magnificent grace that is allowing you to do so. Now let's switch gears quickly and read how Samson recovered from his failures to ultimately succeed in Judges 16. Verse 23, now the rulers of the Philistines assembled to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon their god, and to celebrate, saying, "Our God has delivered Samson our enemy into our hands." When the people saw him, they praised their God, saying, "Our God has delivered our enemy into our hands, the one who laid waste our land and multiplied our slain." While they were in high spirits, they shouted, "Bring out Samson to entertain us." So they called Samson out of the prison, and he performed for them. When they stood him among the pillars, Samson said to the servant who held his hand, "Put me where I can feel the pillars that support the temple, so that I may lean against them." Now the temple was crowded with men and women. All the rulers of the Philistines were there, and on the roof were about 3,000 men and women watching Samson perform. Then Samson prayed to the Lord. You say, "Well, Samson, don't you dare pray after what you've done." But that's what he did. "Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please, God, strengthen me just once more, and let me with one blow get revenge on the Philistines for my 2 eyes." And then Samson reached toward the 2 central pillars on which the temple stood, bracing himself against them, his right hand on the one, his left hand on the other. Samson said, "Let me die with the Philistines." Then he pushed with all his might, and down came the temple on the rulers and all the people in it. Thus he killed many more when he died than while he lived. Now, that story, as unusual as it is, always inspires me to work to do the same as I bounce back from failures. And I hope it will do the same for you in your situation as well. That's it for today. Come on back tomorrow and we'll have another round ready to go.